Since the music stopped, we might as well get underway. A little bit like a normal auction day in here in the auction room today. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to our 4 o'clock session on a Tuesday afternoon for a couple of brought forward auctions. My name's Gravatt Road. I'll be running you through proceedings and then offering these 2 great properties to you for your consideration today. Robin will look after all the technology in the auction room. When you sign the contract today, if you are the successful purchaser, you'll be confirming in writing that we've provided you with the buyers and sellers guide. They are available in the stand outside of the auction room, but I'm sure your marketing consultants, they've been your ambassadors through until today, and they will have provided you with that document. They will have also provided you with the draft of the auction contract of sale that you see there on the screen. What you see up there in blue is just a transformation of this section here, which relates to the conduct of today's auctions. I'm going to go through that very briefly, folks, because there's a couple of things contained in there that will not be happening today, because both of these properties that we are offering today, the owners are in contract. The auctions have been brought forward to this afternoon to give everybody equal opportunity to purchase the property that have expressed interest in them. So by way of any bidding today, I'm going to assume that you read, understood and accept that contract that we worked to today. You will have completed your due diligence. Part of that will be to consult with your solicitor. You bid on the basis of a cash unconditional basis today, and you are also deemed to have accepted the vendor's title without any rights of requisition. We trust you have completed all your homework as far as that is concerned. Back to the conduct of auction, a couple of points there. If you do bid on the property today and the hammer does come down in your favour, then your obligations prior to commencing any celebrations, yes, you can do the pat on the back and the handshakes, but after you've done that, then you are required to, of course, sign the contract and then pay your deposit equaling 1/10 of the purchase price, and the balance is then payable on the settlement date, and I'll talk about that with each individual property when we get to them this afternoon. The change in the conduct of auction today, folks, with these 2 properties, there will be no vendor bidding. There will be no vendor bidding. The properties are in contract. I will disclose to you the level of the contract, and Robin will put it up on the screen. Where it says opening bid, that's where she'll put it for your visual expectations there, but it is not an opening bid. It is simply disclosing to you the level of the pre-auction contract. I will then invite any bids over that level. If you wish to purchase the property, you will need to bid from that point on to challenge the ownership of the property. So any questions at this juncture, folks? Happy to answer them for you. We do have some telephone bidders that are registered, so welcome to viewers watching via the live stream, in particular our phone bidders. Phone bidding is quite legal, folks. You will see the salespeople on the telephone. We have documentation signed by the buyers authorising us to accept their bids by phone, and also approved by our vendors of the 2 properties. No questions? Excellent. Right, we'll move straight into our first one for you at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The property at 225 Gravatt Road. Dave Frith from our Patamara office standing proudly at the front here, looking razor sharp as you always do there. Dave, you always put me to shame when you come into the auction room, the way you presented absolutely perfectly. 225 Gravatt Road, folks, you see it up there on the screen. You've got that private driveway and a sunny seaside retreat here at 225 Gravatt Road for you to experience coastal living at its finest while enjoying the convenience of this particular location as well. Turning our attention to the legal aspects of the property, it's a freehold estate, 588 square metres of land, more or less, all described in record of title SA 57C folio 7 to 8. Of course, that record of title housed in the South Auckland Land Registry Office. Now, there is a clause in the contract, folks, where the vendors are acting as executors, and there are, of course, no warranties involved in that, with the vendors having not been in occupation of the property. I'm not going to go through those clauses word for word. That's just summarising it. Dave has had those clauses in the contract from the outset of the marketing. Have we, Dave? Yes. Any changes to the channels list, my friend? No. No? And 20 working days from our today's date is the settlement date. Yes. A bit of flexibility around that, of course, as well. So Without further ado, folks, we'll move on from the legal aspects of it and some pearls of wisdom as to why you should bid and buy here today, and probably evidence as to why the auction is today and not at the scheduled date. The property is ready for a makeover, so those that have got a practical and creative touch, you can bring your vision to life here at 225 Gravatt Road, add value to the property, and of course you can do some well-planned renovations to it to suit your own personality and your own requirements as well. You've got a compact, cosy home, but it does boast those 3 bedrooms, making it perfect size for perhaps a small family or those seeking comfortable living space here at 225 Gravatt Road. You've got ample space for the kids to play, fur babies to roam freely as well, and the opportunity to let your imagination run wild as you envision the possibilities of this property for outdoor activities and entertaining as well. So, as I said earlier, the options have been brought forward. This particular one has been brought forward. The owners are in contract at $730,000. I now invite any bids over and above $30,000, $730,000. Vendors would be very, very grumpy with me if I sold it at $30,000, but they don't have to. We're in contract at $730,000. Do I hear $735,000 anyway? What about a 2.5? Happy to take a single if it's there, folks, but your decision time is right here, right now. I'm going to call it 3 times. If I don't get any advance on $730,000, the property will be sold. First call now. Second time for any advance over $730,000. Third, final opportunity. Dave, there being no further bidding, I'm now declaring the property sold at $730,000. Congratulations to our guys, obviously, at the back of the room that have got the contract on it. Congratulations. Right, moving straight along, folks, as you see on the screen there, 27 Montego Drive, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you see the name of our marketing consultant over here, needing no introduction, Ron. Also working out of our Capamara office. Now, this property here at 27 Montego Drive, folks, could well be the oasis that you have been seeking. It's a home where peace meets you at the doorstep and the bustling world recedes to a distant murmur in the background. Ron, those were your words in your marketing. I'm not going to take the fame for that, because those were your words, and I thought it was such a great description of what this property offers. I just had to bring it to the fore again today. In fact, I'll tell you what, my friend, you've done me a real good favour. I've got a couple of auctions to call in Hamilton tomorrow, and I'm going to use exactly the same words that you've used. So Ron describes properties very, very well indeed. When we look at the legal aspects of this property, a freehold estate, 672 square metres of land, more or less, all described in regular title SA 59B folio 157. Now, we do have some additional clauses in the contract, and whilst I turn to those, Ron will just confirm any other changes to the channels list at all. No. And 10 working days from today's date, or such that a date is mutually agreed between both parties, as our settlement. So, just a quick reminder of the clauses in the contract, folks. Clause 23 just relates to the vendors acting as executors. Again, same as the previous property clause. 23.2 states in particular that clause 9.1 is limited to matters within the knowledge of the vendors following their appointment as the executors. 9.31 the vendors having not been in occupation of the property do not apply. 23.4 the purchaser acknowledges that you buy the said channels, fixtures, fittings and equipment and relies on your own judgment, not on any representation. Purchaser accepts the property in its actual state and condition at the time for completion and settlement. Clause 9.35, 9.36 do not apply, they are deleted. Pretty standard for vendors having not been in occupation. And of course, at the request of the vendor solicitor, that also everybody authorises early release of the deposit in accordance with the Real Estate Agents Act. No other additions, changes, or anything there, Ron. So on we go, folks. I like an airy home with plenty of windows for natural light. You will have witnessed that and evidence that. You see it up there on the screen, and also evidence there, and it flows on around the house. Lots of flow to the outdoors as well if you are outdoor lovers. You've got a separate and generous sized lounge for relaxation as well, that spacious dining and kitchen area. You will have all witnessed these things when you went and viewed the property. All of the home itself, original, yet still striking as well. It's a brick and tile home, bringing you the opportunities that are just begging to be tapped. And when you take the opportunities that what 27 Montego Drive offer you, it could well be your money maker of tomorrow. It's not just an address, it's one of Royal Palm's most popular locations. You've got the walking tracks, the cycling tracks over the mountain, just across the road from your new home at 27 Montego Drive. These vendors have signed the contract, and they are happy to work with anybody who wants to be the new owner. We are going to sell the property today. I now invite any bids over $963,000. We also have telephone bidding registered for this one as well. Anything over $963,000 earns you the opportunity to challenge 27 Montego Drive for pride of ownership. 970, a telephone bidder joins us now at $970,000. Where do we go from here, buyers? At 970. Can I suggest a $5,000 rise from here? 975, just one. 976 we go now. At 976, 980 would be the sensible retort. 971, 75. 975 it is now. Do we go 76? 76 we go. 76, 980 shall we say? $976,000. 980 now. At 980, I would suggest a sensible move would be go straight to $1 million if I was you. Just a suggestion. Yeah, my wife laughs at me at my suggestions too. 81. 85. 983. 983 it is now, down to the singles again now at $983,000. Perhaps just one more might just do it. I don't know, you're the only one to contest it, but I sell to the phone bidder at the back of the room at $983,000. What about a lazy 584? 84. 984 it is now. At 984.
985.
85. Still going with the singles at this point in time. $985,000. What do we say from here, folks? 986. 8. Another single. 86. 986. The money.
987.
7 it goes. 8. 988. 990 beggars. Who's going to take it? $988,000, 27 Montego Drive, up for sale here this afternoon. It's going to be sold. At the moment it's at $988,000.
990.
990 now. 990. 990 is a round number. Tip it on its side, put another one on top, see what happens. Often it's the round numbers that are the stoppers. $990,000. Do we have another lazy single deep down there at the bottom of the bag there on? 990 000. Do we put a one on top? Otherwise out it goes. Need to be fair to our phone bidder. Need that decision now. At $990,000, do we have a single? 991. The timing of a Swiss watch over here on the left hand side. $991,000. Do we go another single on top, or do we go straight to 995?
991,500.
991,500. Down to the 500s now. Right down to the bottom of the barrel. Happy to fight fire with another 500. Another 500. We go 992. Putting up a good fight. You know you're buying a great property when you have to fight for it like this. That tells me it's good for resale. $992,000. Do we have another lazy half?
993.
993. Back up to the singles again. When you've got somebody challenging you for a property like the phone bidder, man, you're buying a great piece of real estate. Value of any property at an auction is the underbidder. Makes sense when you think about it. Somebody else prepared to pay the money, you've only got to pay $1,000 more. Maybe only 500. I don't know. You're the only one to contest it. Do we go another single? Are you absolutely 100% sure? Regrets the terrible pain?
995.
995. Ooh, late coming out at $995,000. When they come in late like that, it's often with just one. They call it a king hit. $995,000. The only way to test it is to put something else on top. $995,000. Is the gentleman on my right going to buy it with just the one bid?
996.
997.
97. More of the tank. Good strategy, sir. You've been to bidding school, obviously. $997,000. That $1 million figure beckons now. Is it going to win? First call now at $997,000 with our late bidder. Do we have another lazy single over here on the left-hand side? Consultation process going on over here. Are you absolutely 100% sure? At $997,000, have we got their best on the phone there, Rachel? First call now at $997,000. Perhaps another lazy $500 bid. Second time at $997,000. Has it done its time? Third, final opportunity. Out it goes. It goes. It goes. Sold you, sir, $997,000. Congratulations to our sellers. That's all we've got for you this afternoon, folks. Hop back on Thursday. We've got another 17 great properties on Thursday. We'll see you then. Thank you.